Welcome back! At the end of the previous part, Shina here threw up the thing that's floating next to her. What the hell is this game? Anyway, so let's take out this guy. Now we haven't got enough SP for anything, so let's have a look here. Maybe go over the items. Do we have anything to get our SP back up? Keep this handy.
Alright.
With that. So let's fire you off into the thingies, I suppose.
Time to use this. Say, yeah.
Alright, so that didn't get a knockback on you. That's okay. I see here. I see. That's why we didn't have the line appear, I assume.
Alright.
See, now we've got the line. We take out the bugs as well, I suppose? Would that work? Let's see here. It's like you can remove field bugs, so yeah, seems to be the case.
Hey!
Miss!
Leave it to me!
Oh, damn you. That's just uncalled for. So can I just use an item straight away without having to go in here?
Alright. This is nothing! Leave it to me!
Okay, so command. Let's go with the Lunamis.
Alright.
Let's get fired over there. That way. There we go. Loads of damage.
Deleted. Hooray! We won!
Indeed.
Oh, have I gotten stronger?
I suppose. Can we find out what the little bug thing is now? Nigger. Programmer? Programmer. Not just being pro-gamer then, but no. Programmer. Hey, you alright? I missed your name. Who are you? Alright, well, we can sort out our names later. Let me catch you up to speed on your situation. You and I made this world together. We are the creators. Creators? Yep. Everything you see here stems from your vision. Then our team and myself expanded all of it. That's how World's Odyssey came to be. World's Odyssey. Bagoo! What's going on? Bagoo go go Kisha. What the hell did that just do? There was some screaming there. Oh, that didn't sound nice. What is it doing? It's eating me. Oh, great. Stop. You can't eat him. Please stop. Oh, dear. Grunt. I ran to stop it, but that thing flung me away. I began to devour the god's body. Bagoo, bagoo, oh! Oh no, no, don't. Stop. Please, help me. Oh dear. Hiccup. Alright, they are. Yeah, triple dot. Shina, get out of there. A monster's heading straight for you. That thing can't be real. It's huge. What? There's no time to cry. Behind you. Is it the king? Shina, damn it. She couldn't get away in time. Oh, yeah, can't get away. This is the same as what happened at the beginning. Kiki? Bagoo. Ah! What? Shina? Like, she's clearly changed in her costume. What's happening? Shina's appearance is changing. Her expression, too. Something's altering her character model. What? The books, they're swarming together. Her HP and SP bars are both pushing the max. This is my destiny. I must save the world.
Talk about intimidating.
I suppose. Glitch mode. If a party member's corruption reaches 80%, she can transform into her glitch mode. Attack and defense stats are significantly boosted in this state. At the end of each turn, corruption reduces by 10%. If corruption dips below 80%, glitch mode will end. While in glitch mode, press the triangle button to assign a wild skill to the third slot.
Let's go.
This is going to be very, very, very reminiscent of Mary Skeletor right now, isn't it? Okay, let's see here. So what do we actually want to do? Command. So there's the glitch. So what we got? Let's go. Numinous, Rokodokadukadukadun, and Super Bloom. Alright then.
It's over. Die! Go away! It's over! Whoa! Victory!
Yay! Huh? What did I... Ow! What's the matter? I feel powerless all of a sudden. Does she not remember what happened? I wonder if the book has something to do with it. Didn't know fighting like that was possible. Great job, Shina. You handled that monster like it was nothing. I did? What should I do? I feel so horrible for letting that happen to him. Him? Oh, you mean the mutated executioner. Don't mind him. There was nothing either of us could do. But it wasn't a conscious decision on your part. That book is a parasite, and it's using your body as a host to carry out its own will. True, but if anything, it was an act of mercy before his fate took a potential turn for the worse. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. I would. A bug that devours other bugs, huh? Just like a real animal. Bagger! What am I to do from now on? I just don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know what's going on at all. Let's just focus on getting you out of here. You aren't out of the lion's den yet. Okay. I am very, very intrigued by this game, though. It's just like, what is happening?
What's this?
It's just, there's so much happening and it's so interesting. It's like, I don't have a clue what is going on at all. But it's awesome. Is this just a loading screen? Yeah, it's now loading in the bottom right. Would be nice if we had more voice acting, though. You should complete with these games. If I made it out this far, I'm safe, right? Hello? Say something. Are you silent all of a sudden? Say... I don't hear your voice. Just... who am I? I feel ready to crumble. You don't know who you are. Huh? You're the bug from earlier, aren't you? Can you speak? I hate feeling left in the dark. I know exactly how you feel. I want to know everything. I mean, it's me. Why wouldn't I? But I don't know. I'm completely lost. I have no idea what to do with myself. This guy comes out of nowhere and totally shakes apart everything I thought I knew. I mean, those memories of leaving home are so real. I can practically taste them on my tongue. But I didn't sense any hint of deceit in his voice, so I want to believe him. It's all too much for me right now. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. There are so many things I need to ask you. What happened 1 year ago? Where are you at this very moment? Where was I? How am I supposed to know? It's a good question. Good question. I'm here. Answer me. Hiccup sniff. You scared? Yes, I'm terrified. What if I'm not who I think I am? What did he mean by programming? Are my memories nothing but lies? Am I really alive? Do I even exist in this world? Of course you exist, Shina. Ninomiya. No idea if I said that right. Alright, seems like you heard me clearly this time. Sorry if I kept you waiting. I managed to whitelist our names in the game's text bank. Seems odd that they would be on the blacklist, though. Can you hear me down there? I'm Arta. Oh, Arata? I need to hear the name, please. Oh. Oh. Shina. That's my name. Yes, that's your real name. That one. Whimper, sniffle. Can't believe I finally found you. I wish you knew how worried sick we've all been. You're safe in there, right? I was so scared. I missed you so much. Oh, she's remembering more, I assume? Yeah, me too. Yep. Where am I?
Wake up. Wake up.
Crap. I didn't realize I fell asleep. What time is it? 3 a.m. Not even morning yet, huh? Oh.
Yeah, I've had nights like that where it's like, what time is it? Oh, I feel like I've slept forever. It's been 2 minutes.
It's been a while since I've fallen asleep in the middle of work. Come to think of it, I'm starving. What do I have around here to eat?
My name is Arata, I assume. I'm 27 years old. I am a programmer. If I'm not at home, I'm at work. Ebbs and flows. Each second passed is just another line of code typed. When did I wake? When did I sleep? When did I start working? When did I stop? And when did I last eat? I don't ever take the time to ask myself any of these questions. Each day bleeds into the next, and no one bats an eyelash. But it's all okay. I'll just keep on going.
Oh yeah, a steamed melon pon. Guess I forgot to eat the lunch I bought. Ah, delicious.
Again? You were obsessed with that bread.
Huh?
The melon pon? You practically eat them for every meal. Don't you get tired of the same thing?
This is where I work. Enigma Games. A small game development company where we work on software on behalf of game publishers. Much of what we do is kept under wraps by non-disclosure agreements. NDAs, of course, yeah. Oh, it says it. My co-worker here, who shows little care for NDAs, is Sumika. Yep. She works on a project separate from my team, but she is undoubtedly one of Enigma's top programmers.
And my dietary habits are none of your business. I enjoy the taste, but that doesn't mean it's my favorite thing to eat. I guess I just don't have a craving for anything else. Forget that, Tokiwa. Aren't you swamped with work? Should you be hanging out with me?
I'm looking at the things on the walls and like all over the place, just like see if there's any reference to other Idea Factory Compile Heart games at all, because there could be somewhere.
Don't worry. I just finished working on a huge block of code, so I wanted to pick on you during my break. Here you go.
Whoa, take it easy. You shouldn't throw things without warning me. Oh, it's coffee. Thanks.
Ugh.
No problem. Huh. Looks like someone had a productive evening.
What? What makes you say that?
Your code. I can see the progress you've made on your monitor. 300 lines in one day is something to be proud of.
Hey, don't you have another project to work on or something? You can't just peek at what I'm working on over here.
Oh, loosen up. Who cares? We're both employees for the same company. As far as I'm concerned, my work can be an open book to you.
Yeah. That's why they separate us into cubicles, right? What's the real reason you're over here anyway?
I already told you. I just wanted to pick on you. Seems like our most recent spat left a good impression on you. I know you've got the skill to pull it together. But ever since she went missing, you've seemed totally disinterested in this project.
Let's drop it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to reopen old wounds. I just hoped you could understand.
It's a personal problem. I just don't want to talk about it. It's not your fault, so don't worry.
That's not what I meant. You don't seem to get it, so I'll tell you as many times as you need to hear it. This isn't your fault. You shouldn't have to shoulder that burden on your own.
Right.
I like how the sprite has her, like, playing with her hair.
Hey, I just realized that bread you like so much, I mean, Shina used to buy those from the shop downstairs, didn't she?
She did. She loved them so much. She used to buy them by the dozen for the office.
Let me guess. Before you knew it, you were hooked. Sounds like some Pavlovian training.
Huh?
What's the matter?
Pavlovian training, huh? I barely noticed.
That's kind of how it works.
I think everyone's entitled to slip into bad habits now and then. We just passed a year since Shina went missing, haven't we?
Yeah. Which marks a year since the World's Odyssey project ended, too.
World's Odyssey. Sometimes abbreviated as WOD for short. Strange. Enigma staked the company's fate into developing a VR MMO program. Oh dear, it's one of those situations. Which is short for a virtual reality massively multiplayer online game. SAO. Much of its larger development infrastructure was put into place by the well-known corporation Aggle. Okay, Aggle Incorporate. A few years ago, a game engine that they released made headlines. It was an immersive, cloud-based system known as the Alice Engine. I see! Alice in Wonderland. Shina, a fresh-faced director full of imagination and enthusiasm, helmed the project with her and the Alice Engine confirmed. I hopped onto the project as the game's primary programmer. We set out to make something never made before, a fully realized fantasy world. Alright, so both of you together were not hearing Kyoma. That's not the right character at all. Heathcliff. However, in the middle of development, the Alice Engine began producing a series of bugs that were proving impossible to fix. To make matters worse, Shina, our fearless director, had suddenly vanished. We had no choice but to halt development for WOD. We made it to the alpha stage of the build, but the assets were immediately frozen, and Aggle froze their funding too. We heard it all. We knew that it couldn't be done. It was too much of a burden for some young girl to do by herself. Very strange, these people. I couldn't help but see with anger, hearing everyone shift the blame onto her and whisper behind her back.
When things go south, it's easy to push the blame onto a newer employee, but you're beating yourself up too much for how you handled having her on your team. From my point of view, at least, you weren't that strict. I don't think she took the pressure badly either. Don't be so hard on yourself.
What the hell? Cut me open, why don't you?
It's practically written on your face. You're all, everything's my fault, or I'm so sorry, Shina.
Leave me alone.
Hey, would you mind doing that face again?
Her puffed her cheeks playfully as she pointed her fingers towards my face.
What do you mean?
Come on, just one more time. I'll stop bothering you if you make that face again.
You make no sense. Just leave me be. If you won't, then I'll just go home.
Cut
KABOOOM indeed. Then, from out of the blue, something was thrown onto my desk.
Whoa! How about a warning first? Kinda pervy, don't you think?
I wouldn't say pervy, no, rude, yes.
Arta, I have the sample you asked for. I followed all your design specs, right? For a heroine-themed booby mouse pad.
Not right now.
Wow. Did you ask the marketing team to work on samples for this? What a turnoff. Well, I guess considering our target audience, it shouldn't surprise me at all.
Literally what I was thinking.
I think I followed your suggestions to the T, Arta. What do you think? Does it resemble Shina?
The feisty woman is Lydia Nolan. She is Enigma's chief character designer. Her Japanese is so good that it's almost hard to believe that she's a foreigner. She's a master of the art of conversation, to the point that I can't keep up with how quickly she goes through internet catchphrases. She's a ball of passion who pours her soul into her work and her hobbies. It certainly shows.
Would you quit it?
You asked for this, Arta? Don't tell me that you used Shina as a model for the heroine.
About that.
Jeez. And you even went ahead and got the right proportions for her bust.
How did you manage that?
Ah!
It's a little too flat-chested, isn't it? Nothing that can't be fixed. Just need to add some padding over here.
Okay, good night.
Stupid Arta.
Huh?
What's with the star after everything she says? Anyway, today was tougher than usual. At least I've got this melon pan. A message. Let's see. Spam, spam, more spam. Yep, all spam here. Huh? This is... Could it be? Spam. Wait, does this sender line say... World's Odyssey Mmmmm? The subject just says, "You've got an unread message." I should have turned the preview field on. I can't see what it reads inside, but it looks like there's an attachment here. The hell? Might be a virus, so I shouldn't open it, but pretending to have worked on World's Odyssey just to send an email to someone who actually worked on the game is so Wait a second. That's when I put my nose... Where'd I get nose from? That's when I put my mouse cursor over the sender line. The email address being displayed was Shina@wad.com. This is from Shina? Seriously? It was the test email from Shina, the girl that had been presumed missing for over a year. I didn't care that it could have been a spam email or some kind of prank. Without a second of thought, I clicked it open. Why am I getting an email from her address? Huh? Just as I saw, was an attachment. Couldn't figure out with its extension what it was, but it's obvious that the file had been compressed. I tried my best to extract the compressed files with a few basic expansion tools, but for whatever reason, I couldn't open them. Even if I click on it, it won't open. Is it a strange .zip file or something? I've never seen an email like this before. Try as I might, I couldn't open the attachment. My brain was being pulled from all directions. First the sender line, now this attachment. My frustration made my cheeks beat red, but there was nothing that I could do to open it. What proxy server could this come from? All of the servers should be down. I was at a loss. My next course of action was to access the World's Odyssey servers, knowing full well they were probably deactivated. What? You've got to be kidding me. After we unplugged the server, the cache should have emptied and deleted. How the hell is this happening? World's Odyssey? Hey, what's going on? The screen's becoming erratic. It's buggy as all hell. This is bad. It was nowhere near this messy when I last touched it. How would any bugs be able to penetrate a firewall if this device is shut down entirely. If I open the control panel... Oh, this is no good. These lines of code are totally jumbled. An entire year had passed since the incident. The disappearance of Shina. Of course, we had reported her disappearance to the authorities immediately, but never had I been satisfied with how they chose to close the case. We were close teammates who had worked within arm's length for 2 years. We'd struck a fine friendship, and I'm sure that she'd agree. Shina was wise beyond her years, but there were moments when her mind would drift off. The company had asked me to take Shina under my wing so that not only would she be cultivating an understanding of our company, but she would also become an experienced professional, one that our company had planned on grooming to the highest echelon. When stresses from the job got the better of her, I noticed her slip over to the bathroom where I knew she'd cry by herself in the stall. However, it was always done discreetly, never getting in the way from her giving 100%. Her unbridled enthusiasm always surpassed our team's expectations, but what made her truly special was the sincerity in her work. I know because I spent nearly every day with her. Shina would never, ever walk away from her job without any explanation. This game was her life, her legacy. It's hard to imagine anyone walking away from it without any care or remorse. There has to be something fishy behind her sudden disappearance. Nothing else makes sense. The police didn't share my conclusion, and were more invested in the belief that she willingly ran off instead of something more nefarious. As Sumika mentioned, I've been feeling hollow ever since. All I wanted was an answer, something to make sense of the tragedy. Even thought that I could hire a private investigator, but both of her parents had passed away, and she had no other surviving relatives. If anyone else, that would have been enough reason to leave it be, but neither Sumika nor myself were willing to do so. Even as the two of us set about cleaning out her vacated office, we will find Shina. Wait a minute. It says there's one active player moving in the server. That's impossible. Maybe if I check the player log I can see a screen name or something. Exclamation. Account name Shina. Status active. Last online 3 minutes ago. Shina? Are you in there? Gasp. Oh, I must have collapsed from the fatigue after trying to escape the palace. Sorry. Yep, I fell asleep. Huh? That guy? He's being unresponsive again. Does that mean he logged out and hasn't returned yet? I'm in. Yes, it has to be. These are the plains of World's Odyssey. Right now I'm sitting in the front of Heart's Palace. Yo! You scared me. Oh, are you? I'm Mr. Enigma. Your voice. Might you be that guy? Yeah, it's me. Don't you recognize my skin? It's our company mascot, Mr. Enigma. Of course I do. He's so cute. Why are you using another character's skin? Well, I figured that chatting with you might be difficult if it was just my voice, so I hoped having a visual component would help. Besides, this character gives me access to parts of the code that I can't normally touch. Admins use this skin to track down on troublemakers. In order to help you, I need to be able to identify errors in the code directly. This way, I can make changes in real time. Kinda perfect, don't you think? Tech savvy as always. I think it's a terrific idea. There's one catch though. Because I'm an admin character, I'm not allowed to participate in battle. What? Don't stare back at me like that. I can't help it. I'm impressed by the level of graphical detail in Mr. Enigma. Graphical detail. Alright. Thanks. Nice of you to mention it. Alright, let's try and make sense of what we know at this very moment. Your name is Shina. You are currently playing a game which you helped create. You remember that much, right? Yes. So, about your body in the real world. What's the matter? You're blushing. Don't put it like that. It sounds so perverted. I'm more than just a body. What? A body is a body. How else should I describe it? Oh. If you don't like me referring to you as a body, now about true form. No, body is fine. Alright then. Jeez. Going back to the subject at hand, judging by your response, it seems like you don't know where you are. Why is that? I wish you could tell me. It's disorientating for sure. This world feels more akin to reality than any other at the moment. If I look to my right or to my left, I see the textures of the world's Odyssey environments. I can feel the wind grazing my palm. Well, it's VR. Wherever you are, the real you should be wearing the white rabbit on your head. Of course, the white rabbit. White rabbit? They're goggles that are optimized for games, which have what we refer to as the Alice engine. The primary selling point is that it induces a dreamlike state for its wearer. Reality becomes indistinguishable from VR. So, nerve gear. A dreamlike state. Maybe I can see for myself, huh? What are you doing over there? Trying to find a way to remove my goggles. How do I take them off again? Well, in order for the VR to work, the game requires all of your brain's conscious energy. You can't move until you wake up, really. Don't tell me you forgot. I'm sorry, my memory's still so hazy. Hazy, huh? Wonder if her subconscious has trouble sorting her long-term memories with the experience she's made in the game. Shina, do you have any inkling as to when you first started playing World's Odyssey? Nope. Every time I shut my eyes and try to recall my past, everything goes blank. One thing I do remember is coding World's Odyssey with you and the rest of the team. I focus too much on it. Feel nothing except for dark, frigid loneliness. For a long time, I couldn't find anyone to talk with. My prevailing sentiment was that I felt scared to death. I see. Shina, listen to me. In the real world, you've been missing for over an entire year. Missing? What? Is that true? Yeah. We immediately filed a missing persons report with the authorities. Her and I had initially figured out that you were involved in some kind of incident, so we've taken it upon ourselves to search for you. I should have asked you this right away, but was the choice to go missing of your own volition? I have no clue. It's tough for me to imagine how I got here in the first place, much less who's responsible for it. I see. We were worried sick, having considered all of the possibilities to a dizzying extent. If her resounding sentiment was in fact fear, perhaps she experienced some form of intense trauma that scarred her memories, making them inaccessible for the time being. Can't help but wonder what kind of incident might have left her in this state. Getting her head bitten off, probably. You see, even what I've retained, I thought I was going to retrained. I was like, what? I've retained of the real world. Somehow it doesn't feel as tangible as anything I've sensed in this world. Sure, I remember sitting next to you with my cup of coffee, working on the lines of code, but I remember the sights and smells of walking on a meadow in World's Odyssey just as vividly. It might have something to do with the Alice engine's artificial intelligence control kicking in. What? I have a suspicion that the game has identified you as an anomaly. It is trying to erase you, or it's trying to assume control of your character. Please don't tell me that. Just kidding. It's impossible for the AI to assume control of human consciousness as easily as I suggest. Yeah. Why do you keep on hugging me? Because you're so adorable. Adorable? Come on. Huh? No, it wasn't like that. I was talking about Mr. Enigma, not you. Don't worry. I don't find you cute. I wasn't fishing for compliments. But for her to do a 180 so adamantly is disconcerting on its own. In any case, let's focus on locking you out of here so you can wake up in the real world. Something unnerving is afoot, though. That enormous hole in the sky has unleashed a chain reaction of bugs all over this game. I see. So the hole in the sky was a bug. Where'd it go? Where did what go? I've been trying to access the Master UI panel to initiate a manual user logout, but the menu is nowhere to be found. Must be mistaken, there's no way that's possible. Yet you're right. Can't perform the function on my end either. Do you think the bugs have something to do with it? We can't rule out the possibility, but our predicament could be more dire than we had originally anticipated. Meaning, in the same way that our names were somehow blacklisted from the in-game chat function, I see other sides of third-party tampering on our code. Are you telling me that we've been hacked? Well, that's my guess. Even so. Whoever it is, this person is in the know enough to identify the main programmer and the director of one of our unannounced titles. Blacklisting 2 of the key developers for this game before its release is a little suspicious, don't you think? My hair's standing just thinking about it. I mean, given that the World's Odyssey servers are running when the project was halted over a year ago is a major red flag. As long as the source code is vulnerable in someone else's hands, we need to lock you out as soon as possible to bring you back, but how the hell am I supposed to escape this world? I have no idea where I am, how I got here, or how to log out. Wait a minute, about that failsafe function, remember? The ending engage? What? You're right. Totally forgot about that. The beautiful thing about World's Odyssey is that, despite being an MMORPG, there's a definitive end to it all. Oh, I like that. Like Final Fantasy XIV has that. I mean, then it has expansions, but still, it has endings. I wanted the players to return to reality in sheer awe of what they saw, an experience unlike anything they'd seen before, right? Our wish was for our designers and stories to inspire gamers in the same way that we were inspired, breathless and ecstatic. Yes. Can't help but feel frustrated that for now, it's our only option to get you out of here. But for the time being, it'll have to do. So, let's head to the penultimate world to destroy the final boss and catalyze the ending engage. Got it. How do we do that? Alright, I'm starting to feel like myself again. If I can clear this game and log out, then I'll wake up in the real world in no time. I could finally see those two again. And you too. Right. I'll be right beside you until the very end, so don't you worry about a thing. Our next destination... the mystical sky capital, Odyssia, right? You know the way there, right? Of course. I helped create it, after all.
In order to reach Odyssia from Hardis, we'll have to travel to Sturful, the kingdom by the sea.
Then let's part ways for now. While you head there, I've got some investigating to do on this side.
What? You're leaving already?
Oh, Shina, I'm gonna give you one warning for while I'm gone. Don't die, alright?
I mean, I'll try.
Huh? What do you mean?
It's a miracle that the server can run at all. The world is swarming with so many bugs that it's impossible to parse through the code. In fact, I'm holding my breath as I speak with you under fear that our connection could be cut off at any second. If you're ever killed in battle, or if you jump to a save point prematurely and hit the load function, there's a chance that it'll send a faulty signal to the server, which can reset our cache and disable our communication. Once we're cut off, there's no guarantee that we'd be able to connect once again.
In other words, I would have to navigate my way to the end of the game on my own.
So that's probably going to happen then.
Yes, I implore you to use extreme caution while you're in-game. By your own estimate, this game should require a minimum of 50 hours to clear the main storyline, right?
50?
Well, if we include breaks and potential side quests, then it could take far longer.
While you're in there, you'll have to complete all the necessary side quests to access the true ending and initiate the ending engage. It'll be a pain in the ass, but being thorough while we can't access the manual logout screen is our best shot at the moment.
His voice is going really quiet.
Got it. I'll do whatever it takes.
Cool. I'm gonna analyze some asset files for Odyssia and get back to you. In the meantime, you won't be able to reach me. Sorry.
It's fine.
Don't look so worried. I'll have my laptop on me the whole time. I'll be checking in on your progress as often as I can, okay?
One thing. What would happen if your PC were to enter sleep mode? Would that cut off our line of communication too?
Is this your sly way of asking me not to let my laptop enter sleep mode? You worry too much. Anyway, I'll be on my way. See you later.
Oh. Jeez, that guy really travels to the beat of his own drum. Someone could use a lesson on how to treat women.
Dear oh dear. I looked at the palace, bad memories came flooding back to me, and I ran back outside. It's like, can we have a moment's rest at some point? It's just like, I'm gonna have a moment's rest now, because it's like, I've been recording this for 2 hours and we haven't had a break yet. It's like, jeez, I need a break at this point. So it's like, we're gonna end this part here, and in the next part we'll carry on with whoever this character is who just said, So we'll see you in the next part. Ta-ta for now.